All 435 House members are home for August recess and campaigning for re-election, but they are not exactly basking in the warm glow of public approval ratings. Congress has just a 14% approval rating in the Real Clear Politics average. Still, most incumbents are favored to win re-election in November. We're talking about this and other matters now with Democratic Congressman Ron Kind, who joins us from our Eau Claire affiliate, WQOW-TV. Congressman, good to have you on the program again. Let me ask you, the American public seems pretty fed up with Congress. Just how bad is the atmosphere, and what do we do about it?
Well, Mike, this hasn't been Congress's finest hour. We have a very dysfunctional political system right now, not just in Washington, but I submit in Madison as well. It's become too polarized, too hyper-partisan, too much willingness to find blame rather than solutions, and cooperation and compromise can't be four-letter words. Too many of my colleagues have come to their positions with this my way or no way at all attitude. That's a recipe for gridlock and paralysis and nothing getting done when we face some crucial issues as a nation that have to be dealt with. So we have to rally and be more responsible to the people back home, and the performance out of Washington has not been pretty.
You just had an example of this, did you not, with a resolution you thought was something that was good and wouldn't be controversial, but it ended up being quite controversial.
Yeah, you know, I worked hard to get Alonzo Cushing, a Wisconsin native, the Congressional Medal of Honor posthumously, given his courage and what he did on the third day of the Battle of Gettysburg. And finally this week, the president signed off 151 years after the fact. You know, it falls in that category. It's never too late to do the right thing, but it was held up for a number of years because there were some members who did not want to see a Union soldier get the Congressional Medal of Honor. We were finally able to work through that issue, but it just shows you, the Civil War is still alive in Congress, unfortunately, when we should have been moving beyond that point.
Let's talk about your re-election bid. As you know, the president is not a terribly popular guy right now. The latest Marquette Law School poll this week had him with his lowest job approval rating since we began doing the poll. Are you worried that your election, your re-election effort, essentially becomes a referendum on the president?
No, I'm not, Mike. I think people back home here especially can distinguish between the representatives and other people in that. But listen, I'm seeking re-election, I think, for two main reasons. One is a concern in regards to the direction of our nation. I think one of our great challenges is increased global competition. How we respond to that is going to define who we are as a nation in the 21st century and what type of future our children and grandchildren have to look forward to. Yet we're watching too many pitches go by when it comes to access to quality education, good job training programs for our workers, the expansion of broadband connection, basic research funding, the infrastructure modernization that we need. We need to be doing these things to stay innovative and creative and competitive in the global market, and it's not getting done. And the other reason is more internal and psychological. I'm concerned that more of our citizens believe that America's best days are behind us rather than in front of us. I disagree with it, but we have to find ways to strengthen the middle class, of opening up those doors of economic opportunity for all of our citizens, and then clean up and reform this dysfunctional political system we have. So it's more about we rather than us versus them. And that's lacking right now in the political system.
It's quite likely that your opponent, Tony Kurtz, in this race will make a big deal out of your stand on the Affordable Care Act. You've been supportive, you've been critical at times, but supportive. How do you intend to defend that to constituents in your district? Well,
I want to see him defend how he's going to take away affordable quality health care for tens of thousands of Wisconsinites who never had it before. Or the fact that we are getting better quality measurements because of tools that were a part of the Affordable Care Act. The fact that we've got more integration and coordination of healthcare delivery systems now more than ever, which is the direction the healthcare system has to go in. But you know, Mike, the Affordable Care Act has always been about politics and ideology. If you go through the provisions in the legislation and ask the average person, whether Republican or Democrat, there's not a lot there that they dislike. It's suddenly when you call it Obamacare is when you start seeing this great divide. And that, I think, is what we got to get beyond, is the politics of health care reform. Let's learn what's working, what isn't. Let's come together and fix a system that's been failing too many people here and throughout our nation.
Congressman, I've just got a few seconds left. A lot going on in the world right now, what's happening in Ukraine, and certainly what's happening in Iraq, and the potential for American action in Syria. At some point, does Congress need to weigh in on the possibility of greater American military action in places like Syria?
Well, listen, I've been very clear on this. I will not support, nor do I expect the President to recommend putting ground troops back on the ground, whether it's Iraq, Syria, or wherever. We've had two very long, bitter wars. This isn't our fight, Mike. This is a sectarian strife, the Sunni-Shia clash, which we're seeing now. There's a role for us to play. We can have limited airstrikes that the President is pursuing. We can help with training and resourcing groups like the Kurdish Security Force that is demonstrating capability on the ground. But ultimately, it's their future, and more importantly, their children's future. And they have to decide what type of future they're going to create, whether they're going to be at each other's throats for years on end, or if there's a chance to start to come together politically with a unity government and push back on the extremist elements that are growing right now in the region.
Congressman Ron Kind, the Democrat from Western Wisconsin. We appreciate your time. Thanks very much for being with us. Next, why is President Obama spending part of his Labor Day in Milwaukee?